In this video, we will show you how Camtrive BPM works for supplier qualification process. This process is crucial for manufacturing companies that pay much attention to purchase components. In our example, the process contains 4 phases: qualification request, general assessment, process assessment, and finally, first article inspection. In real life, supplier qualification process can be very complex because it is essentially human-driven and has rigorous assessment procedures. Large manufacturers handle thousands of qualification requests per year, and this leads to various issues: lack of visibility and tracking, process exceptions such as incidents that delay executions, no track record of past performance that can be used as a benchmark. We believe that our solution addresses these issues and contribute to overall efficiency of such a process. Let's see how it works. We will look into an existing process that has been running by a supply manager called John Smith. Now he is logged in. What he sees right now is charts that are meaningful for supply manager: supplier qualification requests by type of components, a distribution and dynamics, process efficiency versus SLA, top suppliers by components proposed. All this helps supply manager to see the overall picture from different angles and make decisions, for example on prioritization of the incoming requests. Now, by switching to the activities screen, he sees all the activities that have happened recently. In the first line, there is an incident raised by Larry Taylor, a quality engineer responsible for first article inspection. John decides to find out what happened, so he navigates to the process. Here, John sees that this is a process he is responsible for. It is about qualification of a supplier who applied for switching regulator component. He needs to understand the current status. At the status page, it is clear what's going on. The current step in the process is first article inspection. There are 2 documents attached to the process. One is supplier profile card, another is specification of the component to be supplied. We see that there is unresolved incident related to the current task, and a conversation box shows that there is a new conversation. Let John open it. The conversation is initiated by Larry Taylor, who says that there is an issue with a component sent by the supplier for tests. John replies briefly. Now John wants to know more about the supplier. This supplier profile card shows data relevant for a supplier organization: its address, contacts, logo. It also has supplier scorecard attached that can be previewed right here. Now John decides to act. He goes to a flowchart and see the highest level of process view. There are 4 phases. 3 of them are completed. The last one started but not completed, and there is an icon of incident on it. Let John drill down into the phase. On the right, he sees all the subtasks of first article inspection phase. The red incident icon means that the incident happened during this task. We can click on it to get the details. Now let's come back to the flowchart so that John can plan some actions to be taken to resolve the incident. Now he found the incident shape. Let John append some tasks to resolve it. He decides to have a look at what the system is suggesting. Here are the most relevant tasks for the incident: issue supplier corrective action request or terminate supplier qualification. Let's assume John decides to proceed with corrective action request. As we see, the task is planned for execution. This is the end of Supplier Qualification case demonstration. In the conclusion, we'd like to come back to the issues of the process that have been solved with Camtrive BPM. So process is visible and traceable. Incidents and other process exceptions can be handled on the go. System tracks record of all executions and use them to guide user.